Hello everyone. Now we will discuss about the quality cost reporting and the management. So in this topic, we will discuss about what is the quality, what is the quality cost, and why do we need to develop the quality cost report. Management want to create the competitive advantage. One way to create the competitive advantage, actually, management can manage the quality cost. How to manage the quality costs? Actually, we can use the quality standard. In this case, we can use total quality management or TQM or ISO 9000. Actually, this standard related to the quality, especially for the product quality or process quality. In this management, actually, we need to improve the product quality, because if we can improve the product quality, so we can improve the customer satisfaction. If the customer is satisfied, so actually will increase sales. Increase in sales will increase profit. In the other way, we can also reducing the quality costs, because most the quality costs are non-value added costs. If we can reduce the quality costs, so we can also increase the profit. So in this case, we can increase profit from two sides, from sales and also from the quality cost efficiency. And then in order we are able to manage the quality costs, so we have to know the quality activity. Actually, the quality activity can be divided into two: control activity and failure activity. What does mean control activity? Control activity that is performed to prevent and to detect the poor quality. Activity that we perform to prevent and to detect the poor quality. So in this case, there are two activities. The first activity is preventive activity, and the second one is detection activity or appraisal activity. And the second activity, in this case, failure activity. What does mean failure in this case? Failure in this case related to defective product or defect product. So defect product is failure. So failure activity that is performed related to the defect product. Actually, we can also divide it into two: internal failure activity and external failure activity. The internal failure activity that we perform because of the defect product before we deliver to the customers. Actually, from appraisal activity or detection activity, so we will find the defect product, and then we can classify as internal failure activity, because we conduct this activity, detection activity, before we deliver the product to the customers. So if the product is not conformant to the specification, so we call a defect. We call defect because the product, after we do a test, for example, it is not conformant to the specification, so we will classify as a defect product. And then external failure activity related to activity performed related to the defect product after the product delivered to the customers. So actually the defect product is detected by the customers. For example, the customer want the quality 1, for example, but we deliver quality 2. So in this case, the customer maybe will reject our product. And then there are two alternatives, right? They return to the company or they just get discount. So we call actually return and allowance. So return and allowance, it is related to the external failure cost. Another example was warranty, for example. Customer complaint, it is related to the external failure activity. The customer complain because they are not satisfied with our product quality. And then costs related to its activity, for example, costs related to the preventive activity, we call preventive costs. Costs related to the appraisal activity, we call appraisal costs. Costs related to the internal failure activity, we call internal failure costs. And then costs related to external failure activity, so we call external failure costs. So in the quality costs, there are 4 cost classification. So when we prepare the quality cost report, actually we classify into these 4 classification: preventive costs, appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. Now, what does it mean quality? The quality actually the degree of excellence. Degree of excellence actually related to the competitive advantage. So in the we have the thing maybe that different from the others, from the competitors, right? So what thing? So in this case, for example, if we can improve the quality and then we can reduce the quality costs, so it can make our competitive advantage. So because if we can reduce the quality cost, we can reduce the price. So our price might be lower than our competitors, and the product quality also higher than competitors. So in this case, we can compete, right? This is the quality degree of excellence. So what does it mean the quality cost report? So in this case, from this 4 classification, the quality cost classification, we can prepare the quality cost report. So what does it mean the quality costs? Costs related to the poor quality that exists or may exist. And then in this case, actually there are 4 the quality costs, like this one: preventive costs, so appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. This is the example. This is the example of the prevention costs to prevent. For example, the quality engineering, quality training program, quality planning, quality reporting, supplier evaluation and selection, quality cost audit, quality cost circle, field trial, and design reviews. So why do we need to conduct, for example, the quality training program? Because if we have skilled employees, so we can reduce the defect product. Why do we need to select the supplier? Because if we can select the supplier, so we will find a good raw material quality. Good raw material quality. If we have a good quality of the raw material, so it can prevent the poor quality of our product. And then the second example of the appraisal cost. This is the example of the appraisal costs are inspection of raw material, testing of raw material, packaging inspection, supervising appraisal, product acceptance, process acceptance, inspection equipment, and testing equipment. So actually, the appraisal costs, what is some appraisal costs or detect costs? Actually, to make sure that our product conform to the quality, to the specification. So the activity that we cost related to the activity that we perform to ensure that the product is conform to the specification. So that's why in this case many activity related to testing, inspection, this one. And then the internal failure costs, the example, scrap, rework, downtime, reinspection, retesting, design change. So because when we do testing, for example, and we find a failure, and the failure maybe the product failure will be reworked, right? After rework, maybe we need to re-inspection or retest. So if the word starting from re, generally this is actually a failure cost. Retake, rework, re-inspection, retesting, repair, for example. And then the example of external failure costs, cost of recall, lost sales, return and allowances, warranties, customer dissatisfaction, lost market share. So all of these costs detected by the customers, So this is the example of the quality cost report. So you can see here there are 4 classifications, right? Prevention costs, appraisal costs, internal failure costs, and external failure costs. So in the prevention costs, we have quality training, reliability engineering. In the appraisal costs, we have material inspection, product inspection, actually the process inspection. And then we have also internal failure costs, scrap, rework, and then external failure costs, customer complaint, warranty, and repair. So in this case, we know the cost for each classification. So we have in this case prevention cost $115,000, and if we compare to sales, so we have prevention cost 4.11%, and then we have appraisal cost $68,000 or 2.43 of sales. 2.43% of sales. And then internal failure costs, we have $85,000 or 3.04% of sales. And then we have external failure costs, $65,000, so or 2.32% of sales. In total, we have 11.90%. So actually, is it significant or not? If our quality costs 11.90%, so actually we can compare to the average industry, or we can do best practice. We do benchmark to the best practice. For example, based on the best practice, the quality costs, let's say 2% of sales. Based on the best practice, for example, the quality cost is 2% of sales. So what does it mean? It means that we have opportunity to reduce costs 9.90%, right? Because 11.90% minus 2%. So actually we have opportunity to reduce 9.9%. So we can make the cost reduction program. So quality cost reduction program. For how many years? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? Yeah. So actually to reduce this cost, Actually, there are two approaches of the quality model. The first is traditional quality model. We call acceptable quality model. In acceptable quality model or traditional model, actually in this case we have control costs and then failure costs. This is a defect, and then this is quality cost. So if we have less control costs, so we'll have many defect, right? Defect in this case. So this is our defect. Yeah. So we have many defect, lower cost. Because we have many defect, so we will have high failure costs. Now, if we have high control costs, for example, in this case, in this point, for example, so we can reduce defect, maybe near to zero, in this case, approach to zero. And then we have less failure costs. But in total we have still high costs. So actually we can invest in the quality costs, in the lowest cost in this case, in intersection between the control cost and the failure costs. So actually this is the lowest cost. Greater than this cost, actually we have higher cost. So if we already achieve in the intersection between failure cost and control costs, so we don't need to invest anymore, because this is the lowest cost, the acceptable quality level. And then if here is in the second model is contemporary quality model, we call robust quality model. In the robust quality model, actually we have different graph, because when we reduce the failure costs, actually same, right? We need to invest in the control costs, but in the control cost in this case, control cost consists of preventive costs and the appraisal costs. For example, if we invest in the supplier selection, or we redesign the product, so the design is more simple and can reduce the defect products. Actually, we invest in the control in the preventive costs, and then because we redesign the product or we select the suppliers, so we the defect will decrease, and also the appraisal costs might be decrease, because we don't need anymore we don't have anymore the many defect product, so we have less inspection costs. For example, we have less reward costs, and then so the less the testing or the inspection, the product testing, and then the product testing actually related to the control cost, right? So the product testing is decreased, and then the preventive costs increase if the product testing is related to the appraisal cost. If the product testing decrease higher than the preventive costs, so control costs will decrease. For example, we invest in the supplier selection. Yeah. We invest in the supplier selection, let's say $1,000, and then the product testing decreased to, let's say, $5,000, for example. So decrease by $5,000, increase $1,000. So in total, we have our control costs will decrease by 4,000. So that's why this graph increase, and then after that will decrease. So the inspecting or the product testing decrease, reward decrease because we have less defect, or maybe no defect, right? And then less customer complaint. So the failure costs will decrease, and then the control costs also decrease. So we have different graph in this case. If you are using the robust quality model, because in the robust quality model, no variance is accepted. It's different from the traditional model. We still have acceptable quality level. So we have lower limit and the upper limits. So between lower and the upper limit, so actually it is acceptable. We still consider zero defect. But in the robust quality model, there is no variance tolerable. So if our spec, for example, specification for 50 kg, it is must exactly 50 kg, not more or less. This is actually the to see the success of the quality cost management. Because in the quality cost management, how could we decrease the quality cost and increase the quality actually? How could we decrease in the quality cost and increase the quality? So our quality improve. Yeah. So in this case, the quality costs, if we look at from the last 5 years, from 2016 to 2020, actually the quality cost decreasing, and also the percentage of sales also decreasing, and the actual sales are increasing. So so it's mean that our quality cost management is success, yeah. Because it indicate that our quality improve. Yeah. Because the quality improve, the customer is satisfied, and then the sales increase in this case. So we can look at this trend. Why in the 2020 the sales is the same with the previous years? Maybe in this case there is new competitors. Yeah. So if our quality cost is not good, maybe our sale will decrease. But in this case, we still maintains to same sales as the previous year. And then if we look at from the graph, yeah, so we can see here our quality cost is decreasing for 4 years, right? And then in terms of the percentage, so if we look at by cost classification, we can see here the prevention cost increasing because we need to make the investment, yeah, to reduce the failure costs. This is our investment. So this cost will increase. But in the long term, maybe not always increase, because if we already redesign the product, so actually maybe just need 2 or 3 years, maybe after that we don't need to redesign the product, so we have less prevention costs, or maybe we can reduce, the prevention cost can decrease, And appraisal costs also, if you look at from this, in the first year, second year, and the third year, and fourth years increasing, but after that decreasing. Why become like this? Because, for example, we redesign product in 2000 and 2001, for example. So we still conduct inspection, right? Inspecting the product, for example, product inspection. And then in the third and fourth year, maybe we still do the training in order the employees familiar with our new product. If they are already familiar with the new product, after that we don't need to conduct training related to the new design, and next year we will have lower appraisal costs. But if you look at from the failure costs, actually internal and external failure costs are decreasing. So it means that our cost reduction program are success. So if you look at the graph, so in this case, the external failure cost significantly decrease, and then if you look at from the internal failure cost also decrease, and then the prevention costs increase and then remain constant, because in the first year, second year, and the third year we still need investment. After that, maybe we don't need anymore make the investment. For example, we redesign the product, right? So we need to invest to redesign the product more simple, and can driven the defect product, and then maybe in the finish in the second year, and then in the 1 year we need to conduct training to the employees. So and in the next years we don't need to conduct training, and there is no redesign product activity. That's why the prevention costs can be remain constant in this case. And then in the appraisal costs, so also if you look at from this one increase, maybe we still conduct the inspection, because we still use the old design, and then in the next year, maybe if the product, the new design is already completed, and then we don't need to have many inspection, and then in the fourth years, on the third year, maybe we don't need to conduct the inspection, because maybe we can produce zero defect, so there is no inspection anymore. If there is inspection, maybe the inspection also not significant, just do by sample. So actually this is the way how to manage the quality cost management. So actually the internal failure cost and external failure costs are non-value added costs that are potentially to be reduced. And also the appraisal cost also has potential to be reduced. So that's all our discussion about the quality costs. Thank you.